Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to my Wake and Stretch. Today is Sunday, April 19th. It is by me at the moment here in Southeast Asia. It's another sunshiny morning. However, I don't feel all sunshiny at the moment. I just kind of feel bleh. I'm sure there's a lot of people who feel that way too today. And I'm hoping that there'll be some magic on the mat and it'll help me feel a little less bleh this morning. Sometimes words don't describe feelings, sound effects do. And I can hear the pitter-patter of Zeus coming now. Here he comes. He's saying, good morning, everyone. Yes, I know. So, since he's here this morning, who knows what's going to happen. But hopefully his face gives you a little bit of joy today. What do you think, bud? You want to get on the mat and do some stuff? What do you think? Yeah? All right, let's go. Come here, sit. Good boy. Yeah. I know. Oh, I know. Oh, you don't want to lay down? Okay. Okay. Good boy. You want to lay down? Oh, there we go. All right, so I'm going to attend to child's pose and petting him at the same time. Oh, I know. If this is your first time joining me for the Wake and Stretch, this is Zeus. He sometimes ambushes my practices in the morning, and he's done it early today. So hopefully he can settle down a little bit. He may come and go. He likes to go between me and my husband and make sure that we're okay. Good German Shepherd that he is. But as I go through this practice, I don't give as full of instruction as I normally would because I'm trying to practice myself. So, he needs a nap, and this is why he's going to be acting a little bit crazy. So I'm trying to settle him down. I'm rubbing his belly at the moment. The child's pose is a great way to start. So from here, I'm going to come up into tabletop, and I'm going to keep contact with Zeus because he will be a bit of a nudge if I don't, right? Okay, buddy, you can settle down. Okay, so I'm going to do this one-handed while I pet him. I'm actually realizing now that my low back is quite tight. So hopefully this cat and cow will help release that low back tightness. I'm trying to move myself into somewhat of a side bend. I'm being very creative here, and I think this will help my low back as well. So I'm going to extend the right leg back, and I'm just trying to get a stretch through the lower back, right above the pelvis. Now this is certainly a challenge to try to find how to do yoga and pet the dog at the same time. So I'm going to come back through neutral and switch to the other side. So I'm actively trying to push my hip away from my ribs. So essentially I'm stretching this part of my body. So if you're an anatomy person and you know the names of the muscles, the QL, the quadratus lumborum is what I'm trying to stretch out. I'm going to come back. I'm just going to sit and let my back settle a little bit. Trying to stay in contact with the dog so he stays calm. A little partner yoga going on here. So if you decide to sit cross-legged, that's fine too. I'm on my knees just because it's a little bit easier for me to maneuver with this big guy with me. I'm going to move into some side stretches. While trying to keep him calm. He must have had a lot of fun outside before coming in. So I'm going to lift up and over. I'm just petting your foot, Zeus. I'm not doing anything. Oh, I know. Oh, thanks for the kisses, buddy. So that didn't work. Oh, give it a nice stretch to the other side. Oh, I know, sweet boy. I know. It's time for a nap, Zeus. You're busy right now. Go ahead. Yeah. I'm going to stretch over to this side. Come on. No biting, buddy. Hey, please don't eat my mat. Okay. Okay. He is a pampered pup, I'll tell you that. Hey. No biting. No biting. Sometimes I think he thinks that I'm another one of the dogs. Because that's how they play. They just mouth each other. Okay. So as I keep this nice, calm rhythm, I'm going to come up onto the balls of my feet. Take this lovely squat. Stretch so that the backs of my legs open up a little bit. Hey bud, please don't eat my mat. Nay. Zeus, settle down. Oh. It's a good way to test my balance. I am up on the balls of my feet, dealing with the dog. Please stop biting me. Zeus. Relax, buddy. Okay, there we go. Getting a nice stretch through the hamstrings. Oh, I know. Zeus just wants to play and have his hissy fit. Well, I'm not going to let him. Don't. Now just taking a nice Uttanasana forward fold here. If you need to bend the knees, if the head has to be lifted, then do what you need to do. Coming up to vertical. Give you a nice stretch. And shaking it out. You know, Never mind, husband to the rescue. So I didn't realize that this was so crooked. Let me straighten you out a little bit. That's better. Some of the other dogs in the neighborhood are outside. So I'm gonna give another little side stretch here, standing up. Again, hoping to open up the lower back. So now I'm going to come into a nice parallel position. My knees are soft, so there's a little bend to them, keeping the lower belly lifted. And I'm going to take a little bit of a spiral, a nice gentle spiral in the body. Just letting the arms flip-flop wherever they need to go. Being mindful of the knees. So I'm initiating with the hips and letting everything else follow. Just letting it go. It might feel funny, it might feel cool, it might feel ridiculous, it might feel any other way you might want to judge it. It's all good. It just allows for your joints to flow, go with gravity. All right, slowly letting that settle down. I'm coming back to the top of the mat. I think I'm going to avoid doing anything where the thigh bones separate greatly, because at least in my body it gives a little bit of discomfort in the sacral area. Well, that's where the glutes connect behind you, above the tailbone, so that flat portion of the pelvis. It's called the SI joint, the sacroiliac joint, and sometimes it can shift a little bit, and I feel like I haven't been doing enough strengthening to warrant me going into a deep lunge like I did yesterday. So I'm going to just step back and come into warrior two. I'm just going to let my hips be here. So I do get a little inner thigh opening, I get some quad strengthening. And I'm foregoing the arms today because I feel like it. Just doing some gentle bending of that front leg. And then coming up to vertical, I'm just going to flip my toes and move myself to the other side. And take a few moments to settle into the warrior two before moving the front leg. So I'm just going to gently ease up and down with that joint. I'm not trying to lock it at the top, like you don't want that pop happening. You want to ease into it so that the joint stays happy. And then ease into the bend, being mindful that the knee tracks over the middle of the foot. To a nice straight leg, turning the toes now to the side edge of the mat, moving into Prasarita, just a wide-legged forward fold. Lengthening through the waist. Okay. And feel free to either keep the head lifted here or fold all the way forward, wherever you want to take the pose if you're practicing with me. I know you can't see my belly here either, so I'm just going to take a moment and lift this up a bit. So if you can see here, I'm not letting my belly stick out. I'm actually pulling it up and in. And any forward fold that you do, essentially in yoga, you're supposed to pull up and in. And there's a couple reasons for this. One, physically, is to help protect the back. So when the belly is released, there's a tendency to overstretch in the back. When the belly is engaged, it helps to protect from overstretching. Another reason is, as I mentioned in yesterday's practice, excuse me, that hatha, vinyasa, ashtanga, all these heating practices are meant to detoxify. And it massages the organs and so on to help clear you out. So when you engage the abdominals, you're actually invigorating the blood flow through the organs underneath. So I'm just gently now moving my hips from side to side. Knees can bend or not, up to you. Whatever feels right. Keeping the belly lifted. So I'm going to continue to try to open up my lower back, the QL, the quadratus lumborum. I'm going to reach my right hand across to the left foot. I do have to let the torso drop a little bit here, and then bend the right knee to get more stretch through the right side of the body. Now if your hamstrings are super tight, you probably will feel this more in the hamstrings than through the back. And it's just a matter of playing with the position to find the stretch in your body. Sometimes it's a very subtle tilting of the pelvis. Bringing it back through center and switching to the other side. Uh-oh, I hear Zeus coming again. Yep. Hey, Zeus. Did you have fun barking outside? Yeah. All right. Not sure how he snuck back in, but here he is. Just taking over my mat. All right, so from here, I'm going to gently bring myself up to standing. Heel toe the feet together. Oh, there's some nice sounds happening there. What do you think, Zeus? You think you're gonna eat my mat some more? Yep. Let me grab his ball. Here, buddy. Hey. There we go. Okay. Come on. Come here. Oh, come here, buddy. All right, so he's settled for a moment. I'm going to take a quick balance in tree pose. Hopefully he won't sneak to bite the corners of my mat, but I have a feeling he will, because that's what this dog does. He still has his ball. Just breathing in the tree pose. Arms can go wherever you'd like them to go. Yep, I hear it. He's going for my mat. I'm gonna switch to the other side. Nothing I can do about the mat at the moment. More important to me is balancing right now. Bring myself back to Tadasana. And take a half sun salutation. And take one more of those. Oh no, don't do that, Zeus. Okay, all right. So he is being a little bit rambunctious this morning. Okay, Zeus, okay. It's just gonna be one of those types of mornings, I suppose. I'm gonna settle down onto the mat with him. So since today's practice is a little bit, again, like a hot mess, tell me, how has your practice been? Have you been showing up every morning? Whether it's on Facebook as I repost this in the rebroadcast or on YouTube. And how are you finding it? Are you exploring? Are you finding new things? Are your animals doing the same things to you as you try to practice and try to take time for yourself? Let me know how it's going. If you're watching on Facebook, or even if you're watching this as my story, just send me a quick DM so that I know that somebody's enjoying this and having a good time besides myself and Zeus. I'm always happy to show up and be here and share the experience with you. So yeah. All right, I think I'm gonna sign off now because this dog is having his hissy fit. So have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Say bye, Zeus. Bye.